guys, it's Maggie here. Welcome to my channel. I have never done a story time on my channel before, but I wanted to try. I have some stories in my life that might be worth sharing. So I was going to do my first story time on my favorite story to tell about my life, which is the time that my dog bit me in the face. Which, if anyone knows me in real life, you know that I love telling this story. My friends can tell the story from memory. It's just my favorite story to tell, so let's get into it. So this story happened when I was in the first grade. My aunt got me and my brother a dog that we didn't want. Our parents didn't say we could have it, but she got it for us for Christmas, and you can't take a dog away from kids at Christmas. So we kept her. I named her Baby, and she was a complete mutt, and I don't know what my parents did to train her, but she wasn't trained very well. And she just was kind of like a wild-ish sort of mutt dog, but I loved her. Anyway, one day she got loose, like out of the house, and we had woods behind our house at that point, and she ran back into the woods. And that was like in the beginning of the day before we went to school. So I was worried about her. I went to school, and I remember this specifically. It was a Wednesday because I had Girl Scouts, and I was in my Girl Scout uniform, which is like, at that point, it was like a pale blue, like button-up top, and you had like your brownie vest over it. And I went to school, went to Girl Scouts, came home, and as we were driving up, I saw a Baby running out of the woods from the back of our house, carrying what my first grade memory can only describe as like a big, meaty bone leg, just some kind of animal bone meat. This is my first grade memory. And I was like, Baby! And so I like jumped out of the car, like ran around the side of the house to kind of meet her and embrace in a kind of like Baywatch way. My mom was like, no, don't do that, come back here. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go embrace my dog. So I remember going around the side of the house to meet her and running towards her, and she ran past me, and I was like, what? So I turned around, and she had stopped, and I turned around and I leaned down to pet her. And you know, when a dog who's not trained has food and you lean down to touch them, they will defend their food. So she just jumped up and bit me right under my eye, right here, which is terrifying as a child, although I do love dogs and I'm not afraid of dogs. So I ran back, you know, to the house, ran in. I had like blood coming down my face. My mom like freaked out. I remember putting on like a wet rag on my face to like stop the bleeding, and I just had like blood on my blue and light blue Girl Scout blouse. I just remember getting into the car holding like the rag on my face and like crying, and I don't know what hospital we went to, but I remember once we were there being told that I was gonna get butterfly stitches, which I'm not even sure what those are. And I remember afterwards like looking into the mirror, and they were like blue, and I don't really remember if they look like a butterfly, but in my first year mind I was like, okay, sure, but they're like blue stitches. And I don't really remember getting the stitches, probably because that was too traumatic, but I do remember going to school and having these green Looney Tunes band-aids on my face, because you had to like put band-aids over the stitches, and I just remember that. But we have a dog now, and she is a smaller dog. My original dog Baby was a medium-sized mutt mix of I don't even know what. The dog we have now is a pug. Her name is also Baby. She came with that name. We call her Baby 2 or Baby the second. She is like a pug. She is small. She is lazy. She would never hurt a fly. She's never bit anyone. Like, she's older. She just is like a very sweet dog. My parents take such good care of her. I think it was just a matter of like circumstances at that point in time. But yeah, so that is the story of how I got bit in the face by my dog. So very interesting story, but I do tell it a lot. I usually start out with saying it was a Wednesday, I just got back from Girl Scouts, and it goes off from there. But I hope you enjoyed this little story time video. It actually was fun to make. I don't share a lot of my past with you guys, so this was fun to do, I'll admit it. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like to. Leave me a comment below if you want more story times, or if you have any similar story times. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on my social medias on the screen. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A Q&A, so let's plan on that. I'm gonna do a Q&A very soon, so please leave any questions you have for me in the comments below, and I will answer those the next time I sit down to do a video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.